Hello everybody, this is going to be a live stream of Amerzone, the Explorer's Legacy. This has been developed by Microids and has been provided to me by HomeRun PR. Now I've managed to keep all information about this game away from me, so I can go in completely blind. I have no idea what this game is about. I said I've completely blocked myself off from all information purposefully so that I can just go in completely blind. Okay, so we're going from Paris to Langravin, apparently. In loving memory of Benoit Socal. Okay. Well, my first thought is I'm thinking of Mist. Is this going to be some sort of puzzle? I legitimately do not know. As I've said, I'm going into this blind intentionally. I have no idea what this game is about or what I'm about to experience. This is literally blind, which means I'm going to get my honest reactions. Now, I don't know how long this game is, but I do expect to be playing for at least an hour.
You're the journalist, aren't you?
Ah.
I gave him your letter the other day. The professor's probably read it. He received another letter this morning. I put it in his mailbox. It was a letter from the museum. Letters from the museum. They always mean trouble. Hey, maybe you could take it to him. He has trouble moving around, you know.
So basically what you're wanting is you're wanting me to do your job.
You want my advice? He should see a doctor. Well, that's what I think anyway. Oh, and have a care. It looks like something fell from your bag over there. Well, then have a nice day.
Okay. Right, he said something fell from my bag. Oh god, why is look the left stick? Oh, I don't like that at all. Professor Alexandre van Valenbois. He awaits you at his lighthouse in Brittany. Despite his unsavory reputation, he is the only expert on the little-known Amerzone. And we absolutely have to fill those last pages that Camille left. Amazon. Are you on about the Amazon? I legitimately have no idea. Well, the dude said... You know what? I think my first thought of it being very Mist-like was apt, because we do not have freedom of movement. Okay. It's very pretty though. Not sure what engine they're using, but my first thought is either Unity or the Unreal Engine. Okay, we've got a telescope. Can anybody speak French? Langravim Peninsula. While in closer view, move your cursor to the screen edges to shift your view slightly. But I don't want to do that, I want to zoom in. That's the entire point of zooming. Seagulls! Okay, so it is very, very mist-like in movement directions and things. Okay. Okay.
My friend, this old fool is overjoyed that your editor has finally decided to send you to interview me in person. As pleasant as it has been, our recent correspondence will not allow me to discuss certain subjects as freely as I would like.
Is that a duck?
Of your
No, it's a goose.
the Amazon. You must be aware that it hits very close to home to me.
As one of my foreign friends, when they first came to the UK, said, when trying to describe it, because they didn't know the English word, they called it snaky bird. Or snaky neck bird, to be more specific.
I know what really happened over there in the 30s, when my companions and I ventured into the unknown wilds.
Well, credit to the voice acting. The voice acting is pretty good.
My friends and I, we caused harm. Harm that I am determined to heal today. But I need your help. Not only to finally bring my version of what happened to light, but perhaps to do even more. Time is running out. So, safe travels, my friend. I'm quite pleased to welcome you to my humble abode.
Well, if you're quite pleased to welcome me to your humble abode, you could have come and got me.
Valentine.
Oh, take his mail. Isn't that a crime? Come on, okay, open it up. Miss Alexandre Valenbois. Mr. Valenbois, we have thoroughly examined your plans for a new expedition to the Amerzone and regret to inform you that we are unable to give a positive response to your grant request. Okay, so I have a feeling that this dude is going to send me on the expedition again. My journal. I'm not gonna lie. The text is not great for reading. Perhaps an option to be able to read it in blank text would have been a better idea. Okay. Okay, so it looks like there's lots of collectibles and things that we need to do and pick up on the way through the game. Okay, we can't get in there because we don't have a key, apparently.
You are a journalist, aren't you? Come. Amerzone. Amerzone. Too late for me. Too late. It's all over for me. I'm no longer in good health, my friend. It's a pity. But what can I do?
We can move away out of a bloody lighthouse. Just a thought.
Amerzone. All that. No one ever believed me. So. After all those years, the egg is still alive. Yes. I had planned to take it back over there to Amerzone. My expedition was ready
You think you were going to do an expedition in that state, dude?
and all planned out to the smallest detail. And now strength left. You must go for me. You must go. Take the egg back. Take the egg of the white birds back to Amerzone. I beg you, please. You will find everything you need right here in the lighthouse. You must go to the basement.
Don't die on me, Codger.
Please. You must help.
He just died on me. How very kind of him. Here, I've come to do an interview. Right, I'm going to die now. That's a lot of things to look at. Amazon. So yeah, it's basically the Amazon. As I'm far. Is Amazon what the French call the Amazon? I have no idea. I'm going to Google this quickly. Amazon, yes. They just called it l'Amazon. Okay, I was right. Okay then. So, an expedition to the Amazon in Brazil. Well, that answers that question then, doesn't it? pretty sure there isn't an island there in the Amazon. Or near the Amazon. Pretty sure of that. Alvarazopolis, for God's sake. Okay. Go to the basement. Well, I'd need a key to get there first. I wouldn't exactly call it romantic, but what the hell do I know? Does anyone know the number for 999? Or the French number for 999? For the Americans, that would be me looking for the equivalent of 911. Shit. Okay, so he fell in love with a Brazilian girl, apparently. And there's the old photograph thing. How do I've completely forgotten how to zoom in. Oh! Okay. Oh wow, we can still go up.
My dear friend, I am an old man in the twilight of forest years. I know now that I will never have the strength to set off again to the Amerzone. My only remaining hope resides in convincing you to go in my stead. Make amends for the wrong I have done to that country over 50 years ago.
Probably a bit too late, pal.
It was in 1929, the university where I was finishing my studies in natural sciences, that I first heard of the Amerzone. I befriended a young law student from that country. His name was Antonio Alvarez.
I'll be honest, he looks more of a Boris.
The despotic leader that we now know today. He suggested going with me as my guide and interpreter until we got to the last steps of civilization in his country. The second companion was to join me. The Reverend Father David Makowski was burning with desire to perform mission work among the inhabitants of those regions forgotten by the Creator.
Ugh. Bloody religious folk pushing their religion on everybody.
In June 1932,
Scum.
on board the Hydrofloat, a revolutionary invention of mine. Unfortunately, this first prototype had several imperfections.
Yes, it sunk.
The craft failed us on the way to Shipwreck Island. Large number of sperm whales had settled there. I feared that we might have hit one of them. It was only by a miracle that we set foot on the shores of the Amazon. But already, my friend, you realize that I'm only at the beginning of this strange story. If you want to find out about what follows, it will be waiting for you in the basement.
You never gave me a key to the basement, dude.
Should you decide to replace me for this new journey.
I tried to go in the basement, remember? It was locked. I didn't have a key. Well, there we go. There's the key. Well, we now have a key, at least. Sui Sol is basement, apparently. Fair enough. Oh, I've seen one of these before. Allows you to rotate a globe in any way that you wish. Well, I didn't know that was a thing that I could do, but okay. Well, there was the clue on the thing, wasn't there? Oh, okay, I bet it wants me to do it in order. There we go. Please don't be a bomb. Password equals birth, because of course it is. Oh, bless. Oh, well, there's the projector thing. Okay, so we're still missing a couple of slides, apparently. The burb. Okay, so we're still missing a few slides. Okay, I might be speaking on my own, but that is not the prettiest of sights. Caphradus horribilis. Caphradus horribilis. Hate bugs. Encyclopedia of Ornithology, which I believe is Burbs. Is there anything else I can interact with here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's go all the way up then. Bloody hell. You need detail mathematics. What the hell do you need detail mathematics like that for? Okay, so this is going to be a VCR, clearly.
Amerzone is a powerful country, but the people of Amerzone are simple. I am the father of the Amazonian people, and as this nation among us, long live Amazone! Long live progress! Progress will liberate us, separate us from the romantic nonsense of the Sabbatean. Progress will burst open the door to the modern world so that we, the people of Amerzone, may enter and take our right.
Well, there's some very I don't think I need to finish that thought. I think you know exactly what I'm thinking. And graphically, this is very good. This is, I believe, this was a game originally. Obviously, it's been remade. I mean, it doesn't seem like a remake. It's like a remaster. It does seem like a remake. That's where we came up. Yep, the seagulls are still there. Oh! We can go even higher. Perhaps. I do feel like it should be reminded that this guy's going all around this lighthouse whilst the owner of said lighthouse is dead in a chair. I think he broke his bike. I think the mailman is a flat tyre. So there's 29 achievements in this, and it looks okay. They're all secret. First investigation, half. All investigations. For any messages, egg. Call the French emergency number. That's what I was wondering. So, to be honest, I would suspect this is probably able to be done with a walkthrough. And to combat the inevitable next question, oh, Dwaggy, why don't you make a walkthrough? I'm like, do you know how busy I am? Huh. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't break it. I may have broken it. Okay, let's try 417. I don't know what this is doing. I'm just playing about with it. This is far too complicated for my stupid ass. That's almost as if it's... can we go outside and... It's almost as if there's a camera. No, go back up, go back up. I want to go up, but I don't want to go inside the light room. Although it does look like we don't have a choice of that. It's a very pretty game. Like, genuinely, it's very pretty. And there's a lot of things that you need to pick up and interact with. Well, I suppose we should go... I mean, we haven't found the other slides yet, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be some in the basement. Let me guess, the hydro float is going to be in the basement. That is my prediction. I am genuinely intrigued by this game because I never played the original. Hey, I mean, for all I know, it could have just been a French one that wasn't released anywhere else. Don't electrocute yourself, dude. Okay, so we've got a lighter. Fuck me, I thought I was a body then. Guessing this is a tunnel to get to the mainland from the... Well, no, we're on the mainland. That's the whole point of the lighthouse. Okay, so now we're going to go down and we're going to find the hydro float, aren't we? Smack it with an hammer. Let there be light. That is a lot of diskettes. This is going to be one of these really confusing games, isn't it? So here's the thing. So I've already noticed a slight flaw in this game's logic. He developed the hydro float in the 1930s to go to Brazil from France. My additional question would be, they didn't have diskettes in 1930s.
My dear friend, it's nice to see you again through these few pages. The previous ones ended with my arrival in Amerzone with my comrades, Alvarez and Makowski, in 1932. For some weeks, all three of us traveled to Puebla, a fort village upstream of the river Amazon Delta. It was there, in the mouth of an old drunken and erudite Indian, that I first heard of the great white birds.
So you heard it from a drunk dude.
The white birds are dependent on the imposing volcano that rises above the Amazonian jungle. They are majestic skyships of sorts. They glide interminably, taking advantage of the thermals created by the heat from the craters.
Are you sure they're just not seagulls?
Every 3 years, one of the females of the colony abandons a single egg that will, all by itself, contain the entire next generation of white birds. But the embryos contained in the egg are subject, it seems, to a brutal alteration in their chromosomes due to the toxic gases that escape the volcano. Left to its own devices, the egg would hatch nasty little black birds with a precarious existence. It is at this point that the intervention of the Ovo-Volahos, an indigenous tribe descending from a very ancient and famous civilization of white bird worshippers, takes place. Ignoring the warnings of my companions, I set off towards the unknown, with the old Indian as my guide. After a month of traveling, I reached the Amazon fort. Then, out of the blue, my guide had left me. I was starving and had no more strength, totally weakened by a vicious tropical disease. I owe my life to the hospitality of the native tribe living near the bottom of the falls. A young Indian girl patiently lavished on me the care that was necessary for my recovery. To tell the truth, we never left each other after that. Her name was Yekumani. I loved her, and she loved me. And the months that followed were the most beautiful of my long life. But here we are, already approaching the sinister conclusion of this tale, my friend. There is still time for you to turn. But if you decide not to, the end of my story is waiting where yours will begin.
Anyway, with that cutscene, I think we're going to leave it there. I genuinely want to come back and do a full playthrough of this. It's locked its claws into me, and I'm very, very intrigued. It's something that I definitely want to do in the future. This comes out on the 24th of April 2025. It is priced at £34.99 for the Brits, $39.99 for the Americans, and €39.99 for the Europeans. For my colleagues over in Brazil, the price would be $159.95 for you guys. I don't have much to say. Genuinely, I'm very, very intrigued. I think this is a very, very pretty game, and it's considering I didn't know what I was getting into when I started this, I've been pleasantly surprised, and that's the good thing about coming into things blind. You can be very, very pleasantly surprised when something is not what you expect. So I would like to thank HomeRun PR for providing the code for this. I'm definitely wanting to come back to this in the future, as I've said. But for now, I bid you good evening. Thank you very much for watching.